Welcome back, and have a Merry Christmas. I've already started wrong within the first sentence. I've already gone wrong. Welcome back, everybody, to the stream. It is Taxi Man here with Full Throttle Racing's GT86 Cup, round 5 and 6 at Sardegna Road Track A, and we are currently looking at the current results and standings in the championship. Let's review them right here. Currently in top position is Ethan Graham with 96 points. Xavier McIntosh very close behind him with 76. Also Katinaz hot on his heels with 73. Piper with 65. Thompson with 59. Liam New with 52. Rob Schowler 48. In 8th is Ashley Sharp, our host, with 34. Chris Rooney with 30. Leon Walsh with 29. Jordan Hogan with 28, and Van Til with 18 at the end there. He only is a new joiner to the league, I believe, last race. Anyway, let's get on track and see how we are getting on with our drivers, if it will let me change over. There we go. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. I'm a professional about this. On board here with Liam New as they head round the track now. Accordingly to the drivers, this is a very fast track, and unfortunately we may be low on a couple of numbers due to, obviously, I'm going to say excess eating and stuffing themselves over the festive season. So they just can't get out the armchair to get to the console and play. It's physically impossible for them. So hopefully, a few days of laxatives, they'll be back for next week. Round 7 and 8, whichever track that is, and I will tell you later. Right, getting the green light. Let me just fade out the music here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to leave the music in the background until we start qualifying. Let's have a look who we have on track at the moment. It's 8 drivers at this moment in time. We do have John T from the USA. Good evening, my man. How are you doing? Nice to see you come in from there. Adam Piper going around the track there. Little flash of the lights. Who else we got? Katinaz has also joined us. Rob Schowler has joined us as well. As I said, Liam New is there. Our man, Mr. Elbows himself, Adam Piper, is on track. And then we have Chris Rooney in the pits with Ethan Graham, and of course our master, our Lord and Saviour, Ashley Sharp, the hostess with the mostest, running in the beautiful PlayStation colours there on his GT86. I'm going to keep rabbiting on until we get some form of qualifying time coming out. I'm just going to let them know on my chat that we are good to start quali whenever they want to. And my mouse has just gone disappearo. There we go. It always makes fun, when technology fails you. Oh, Lordy, right, let's have a go. Live and ready for quali. There we go. Pop that into the chat. Hopefully, we're going to try the dynamic that we did last time. See if anybody wants to try and join us in the comps room in our Discord. I don't know if we will do. I'll put the option out there for the guys as well. I'll just pop that in there as well. Also, wants to join in Discord. If I can't speak, type, and do anything at the same time. There we go. Am I able to spectate on quali? What do you mean? What do you mean, are you able to spectate on quali? You're in the pits, Mr. Rooney. What are you talking about, my man? Yes, you can. You can back out and use it. If you can even hear me. I don't even know if you're listening in live, but if you can hear me, yo. How you doing in the chat? How's everything going on, my one viewer? I love you very much. Let me say yo back to you. Yo. Right, yeah, let's have a look. Chris Rooney, you can spectate, you just got to click on the binoculars thing. Let me reply to him here. You can't see this, obviously, but we'll go here. Yeah, if you click on the go. Pop that into the chat. Go get another chat coming back my way and see what's going on. Right. Get back in here. Right. Qualifier has begun. It has begun. Right, let's fade this music out and let's get serious. Because this is what this is. It's serious racing, ladies and gentlemen. I can't be doing none of this namby-pamby, fatty nonsense. I take this dramatically seriously, as you can tell, because I'm the most serious man on the planet. Not. Please don't address me with any seriousness. I can't take it seriously. Sorry, amber nectar. Always oil that greases my wheels. Right, in the chat, who have you got feeling for race winner in race 1 and 2 tonight? Let me know. Let me know your predictions. I want to challenge you, see if my opinions line up with you or not. See what we get for lap times up here. At the moment, just all doing that out lap, and for once and upon a time, I reckon it's because we have only actually got 7 on track, but we've actually got a decently spaced qualifying grid. Now, hopefully not too far, because you know we want to be able to be clever enough. We're going to try and take hold of slipstream here. So I think John T, Liam New, and Rob Showler there all are going to have a slip, unfortunately, for possibly Ethan Graham and Cantinas at the front here. They got some clean air, but you know, clean air might do them well as they head round that really short, sharp, just under 45-degree bend there. Fly around that sparse corner and back onto the start-finish straight. Let's see what we can do. We'll stay on board with Cantinas down the start finish straight, heading up the hill. Heavy braking out into the hairpin. It's a sort of hairpin, then left, right on a bank corner. Does actually really work well if you get the lines right. The flow with the concave really works out in your favour. You get it wrong, it will spin you out into that gravel trap, which is not what you need. Fly around the next set, next left, right. It's a sort of dragged out chicane, this one, and onto a short straight here up towards the 90. Here we go, heavy braking. Take a nice wide line in, just touch the inside and go back out there, get a real good apex on here, and then down the back straight. So both straights are sort of an up down hills with a sort of slight dog leg to them in a golf sense. Here we go, hit that 50, between the 150 metre marker, hit those brakes, get around that. Oh, a little bit of the back end pushing out there by Cantinas. We'll lose a couple of tenths from that probably. Here we go, up towards the penultimate corner. Fly it round, and that's it, hammers on. And this is our last braking zone coming up here before we head on to the start-finish straight. There is another corner, but like I said, because it is such a fast straight at that point there, you don't really take it. As you see, coming down the hill there, you just got this slight corner, and you see the straight before you. Let's get this timing board up and see what we've got in form of results so far. Here we go, 144, pretty much dead there by Cantinas. Another 144, dead as well by John Thompson. Really good laps there. Who's then set third? Evil Dragon was third. He's then been pushed out by Rob Showler. Ethan Graham then in fourth. Ethan Graham in fifth. Ashley Sharp in sixth. Adam Piper currently in seventh. But he hasn't actually completed his first lap yet. Been slow to get either out of the pits, or maybe he made a bit of a boo-boo from the looks of it on the first lap. So he's just about to come in now. So we are looking at the 44s, possibly breaking into the high 43s for a good lap time round here. Unfortunately, Adam was on the higher end of the 44s there, 44.9. But let's see what they can do with this second lap. I think they may be able to squeeze one more out. I don't know. It's going to be so tight. I don't know. Let's get back on board with a different driver here, see what else we've got going on. I'm actually going to take on John T, because I think he's taken full benefit of the slip that he's got there from Ethan Graham. Again, very capable driver as well, but if you've just got the benefit of that slip, that shaves just those few hundredths of a corner every single time. That adds up to half a second at the end of the lap, so let's see what happens. A bit too much there from Ethan Graham, but Thompson holding his line, coming down onto the start finish straight again, and yet they are going to get one more lap in. Is there going to be any change? Let's look on this timing board. Oh, there has been. Oh, look at that. Liam New not breaking into the 43s. He's not just breaking in, he's kicking the door down a whole 200th of a second faster than anyone else. So 143.7 we're in there. Let's be honest, a 143.8 if we're going to round it up. But no one else has come close to him there. No one else has broken into the 143. So that puts him in pole position at the moment. Let's see what happens after the final lap. And as he has done the fastest time at the moment, we will get on board with him, as he is now also sandwiched between John T and Ethan Graham. Ethan just want to hang back between all three of these guys and see if he can take advantage of this slip here. And yet, unfortunately, Liam New there just stepping out on that corner, giving to reluctantly give up that space to Ethan Graham. Possibly do something here. Rob Schowler just happy with his time. He's decided he's going to park up and enjoy the spectator stands and everyone going around. Don't know if he's popped across to that thing there. Adam Piper, I'm guessing, must have already unfortunately gone across the start finish line too late, so he's only had that one qualifying time input from himself. Getting a bit raggedy on the exit of that corner, everyone touching a bit of grass, not using the whole track there to maximise your speed through the corner. But me driving GT3s normally, I don't know if you can just take those tyre lines with the GT86 here, because it is, I'd say it's on standard with the GT4 car at this point. But here we go, let's see what the end results are. And has anyone else joined the 43s? No one else has at the moment, so it does look like Liam New is going to be first, and this is actually going to be the first time I've seen Liam qualify in first place for a race. Not saying he's not capable, but this is the best I've seen him in a pole position, so good on that man. He's got to definitely take advantage of that, and he's got to play hard defence a lot of this race, and if he's lucky he can maybe just try and sprint away while people have a little battle behind him. This is a 20-minute race. It is the usual format, 20 minutes. We have the qualifying for the first round, and then the second round is the reverse order of the results from race one. So let's see how things go. And there we go, over and across. So let's just confirm that here. Evil Dragon, that is Liam New first, and it's already changed. Lovely, lovely. You know, makes it easy. Makes it so easy. But let me turn my audio down just in case I'm going off a bit too loud and crackly. Let me know if I'm crackly in the audio there. I can't tell what is going on. Anyway, as I was saying, Liam New in first, John T in second, Katinaz third, Schowler fourth, Graham fifth, Piper sixth, Sharp seventh, and Rooney eighth. This is all to go. Waiting for the lights to go green, and they're off. Good start all round, really, there. John T possibly getting just a little bit of a better start, but not enough to really challenge going up to this first corner, as Liam New does have the inside line into the hairpin. I don't think he can really dive down before him. No, he can't. Oh, he has! Oh, what a move there by John Thompson. Oh, Liam. Oh, dear. I don't know if he saw the car. That I didn't actually catch to see who he got caught up on the inside there, but I don't think he saw him. Just turned into him. Unfortunately, that just sent him into the gravel. So he's dropped back down to sixth. But let's get back up into first place. John Thompson. Brilliant start there. Managed to pip that position for T1, and it is Katinaz in second, Ashley Sharp now in third, Rob Schowler in fourth. So Sharp actually managing to take advantage of all that situation there and has pushed himself up into first place. Let's see what's going on. Oh, a bit of scraping in there by both Schowler and Rooney on the barrier, as Mr. Super GT likes to say. I'm a big fan of his, big fan of a lot of the sim racer YouTube channels out there. We like to say we're a community and spread the love. Ashley Sharp. Oh no. Oh no. Has touched that grass. Back end has got out on him. Now the barrier's collected him there, but he has lost the position and he has lost momentum. That does mean that Ethan Graham now is going to be breathing down his little tailpipe and want to be getting past him as soon as possible. Anything happening up front as of yet? The battle between first and second is John T and Katinaz at the moment. How is Showler? Showler, unfortunately, is a good 1.5 seconds away from the top two in that third podium position. So we've got to stick with 1 and 2 for the time being and see how that goes on. Oh, Katinaz going up the inside here. He's going for the dive on the inside line. There's not much that John T can do. Can he try and make something on the switchback for these next corners again? They're banked. You don't want to push too hard. It looked like Katinaz did do there. So John Thompson is right back up behind him here, waiting to pounce on this next set of corners. Heavy braking into this next left-right. Not much can be done. Front end twitching, understeer being pushed hard by Katinaz there. He's pushing really hard onto the grass. He goes. Not bad enough to leave him vulnerable to attack from John Thompson quite yet, but he's going to be waiting. He's going to be biding this time to jump in as soon as he can do. Right. How is that leaving Rob Showler? Well, that little battle for first and second has meant he can make up at least half a second there, so it's now 1.1 seconds between him and second place John Thompson. And John Thompson's going for the manoeuvre. No, he didn't look, little fakey, didn't know if he wanted to try and psych out Katinaz there. Little bit of automotive mind play, we do love that, as they head up towards the penultimate corner. Round they go. No need to brake, just possibly a tiny lift off and head down. Touch on the brakes here as a nose dip. Turn into this 90-degree, and you want to apply it again. Just that temptation to apply the power a bit too soon makes those cars go all squirrely. You can see the understeer just trying to push it through. The back end start twitching out all over the place. Excuse me. And it continues. Can he do anything? He's looking to make that manoeuvre into first. Oh no, not quite into T1 there. I thought he was going to try it. He's biding his time ever more. Let's look further down the pack. As unfortunately, I don't know what's happened to Showler, but his gap between him and John Thompson has just re-increased again. So it was 1.5, it did drop down to 1.1, and now it's back up to 1.8, now 1.9. Fortunately for him, I don't know what is going on there, but there is definitely a deficit appearing. Behind him, though, for 4th, 5th and 6th, there's a huge gap between the podium position and 4th place of Ethan Graham. At the moment, it's 3.5 seconds. That is nothing more than just a mid-challenge to this man. He will go forth and try and conquer that time down and try and take on for a podium position. He has got 15 minutes left to do so. So definitely challenge accepted. Evil Liam New is back up into 5th position after shenanigans on the second corner, I believe, on lap 1, which dropped him from his first position back down, unfortunately, to 6th. He's actually got back up into 5th now, and it seems like Ashley Sharp, who's only a half a second, 0.8 of a second behind Liam here, is now dropped down to 6th. Adam Piper in 7th. Oh dear, that did not look good. Liam New there onto the grass. He was chopping away. He's going to lose a lot of time here. Adam Piper trying to psych out Ashley, seeing if he can dive round him here a bit too hard on the exit there. Back end switching up, he's kept it back in. Had to just tap off that power and then reapply it just to get that back in check. And onto the start finish straight they go. I reckon Piper will try and make a manoeuvre here. We'll stay on board and see what's going to be done. He's looking on the inside. Ashley, for some reason, has given him the space to do so. So, unfortunately, that is a dangerous move there. Oh my days, Chris Rooney diving in. He did a bit of a send there. I'm going to have to call him Rooney Verstappen, as he sends it into that corner there. But, you know, thankfully he didn't really knock Piper off his line too badly. And Piper could do much more with the switchback, as he unfortunately just lost too much momentum going into that corner, Chris Rooney. But it did put him off from the battle that he did have with 6th place Ashley Sharp. So that time to make back up, a 1.1 second gap. Let's head back up the board and see what's happening with everyone else. Evil now making a bit of a gap between him and Ashley, 1.5 between him and Ashley in 6th, and 1.7 between him and Ethan Graham up in 4th position. Ethan trying to close that gap down now between him and Rob Schauler in 3rd, wants to try and get a podium position, get maximum points. He is currently the top of our leaderboard here, so wants to see if he can take advantage of possibly the low even driver numbers tonight, and just get some bagged points, make some easy wins to go that way. But the few numbers that we do have are still very, very capable, so let's not put anything past them. Rob Schauler here, ebbing and flowing this gap between him and 2nd place John Thompson at the moment. It is back down to just over a second, just out of slipstream range, so can't do much. But here we go, John Thompson now making a move for 1st place. He has done, he's gone on the inside and he's made sure he's taken a nice wide line into turn 1 there, sort of forcing Katinas's hand to just take that wide line and not letting any sort of switchback on the exit of the corner to happen. So really well played there by them, really good, aggressive but tactical overtaking there, making sure no opportunities were left to Katinaz to take on from that corner. We'll stick with Katinaz here because he's going to want to bite back on that cherry. He doesn't want to give up those points because these guys are all really going for it. I'm going to quickly look on my side and just double check what the points were. So go there, let's have a look here. Oh, that is right, yeah, because unfortunately Xavier McIntosh, who is currently 2nd in the championship or in the cup, cannot be with us tonight. I believe it's internet problems. He was telling us that he's more than frustrated that he can't be with us tonight. Hopefully he might be able to get here. He has said he's going to hope, he's praying to the internet gods that something will come his way. But for the time being, Katinaz is going to try and take advantage of that. And like I say, so's Thompson, who's down in 5th position with 59 points. So all these points are going to help these guys out. Ethan Graham is the one on 96 at the top. So he's going to want to try and get back up there and just make sure he's keeping a good, decent, getting some half-decent points and keep that distance, or keep that gap between that currently about 20-point gap, at least 20-point gap between him and 2nd place. Yes, it is 20-point gap between him and 2nd place. Xavier McIntosh, who won't be with us here tonight, or at least to start off with. Katinaz now bump drafting John Thompson. Not doing anything for the moment. Not doing anything for the moment. We can already see that Rob Schauler has caught back up with the action and done really well with that as well. He's gone right up behind him. He's now going to be able to take advantage of full slip in GT Sport, and we know how OP it can be. He's dropped that gap from 1.7 seconds at one point down to now only 0.3 of a second, so definitely the fight is on. And as we can see, that turn 1 is a crucial overtaking point. Now, I know it, you guys probably know it, but we'll talk about it anyway. How's the tactics going to play? I'm going to assume keep behind here. The thing that John T wants to watch out for at the time being is he needs to defend hard. But the problem is when it comes to the end laps of this race, and especially the last lap of this race, because that is when the lunge, and if you made sure you keep yourself close enough in that slip, is going to be made for 1st position. And we can see from the passes that we've done already that is more than possible. So you're going to have to want to watch what is going on. If you can, try and stretch out that gap between 1st and 2nd, try and get out that slipstream if possible, and be able to defend that 1st place, because you can just think, right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hang behind John T here, I'm going to follow his line, he's doing good, but I'm not going to quite push it yet. I'm just going to hold fire and give it another 9 minutes and 30 seconds that we have left and see if he's going to do it. Well, he's not listening to me, ladies and gentlemen. He's doing his own thing. He's going up on the inside. Katinaz now here, up on the inside onto turn 1. As I say, it's pretty much a done deal. It's a nice wide open corner, and with the slip that you get from that corner there, it is really, really hard to defend against. But I'll tell you what, too hard through the next few corners, and with that, John Thompson has used that coping and banking on those corners to really get some good speed around there, and has taken that spot back. So that's actually really good defending at the moment. Schauler is just sat behind these two, waiting to see when he can make his pounds and see if he can just go, you know what, I'll let you two fight it out. I'm going to leapfrog the pair of you and take that first position. But who is sharking in the background? It is no other than Ethan Graham, dropping that gap down from what was 3.5 to currently 2.1. And it is ever closing. He does have 8 minutes and 30 seconds to make it even smaller. He can do so, but let's see what he can do. I'm going to drop further down the pack and see how the rest of the fights are going on. Liam New being challenged by Adam Piper here. Liam New still holding on to that 5th position, but not for long. Adam Piper, what a late break manoeuvre. Well done, that man. He did the lunge down around the outside as well. What an impressive overtake. He's now pushed himself up into 5th position. He wants to see if he can close down that 8-second gap between him and Ethan Graham up in 4th position, see if he can have any chance of some form of podium or higher points. Gives a little flash there, Piper. Lovely jubbly, mate. Lovely jubbly, like to see that. Ethan, oh, Liam! Liam trying to go tight and force Adam Piper's hand, but you know what? I give this track credit. It is fast, but it is wide. So it's really hard to defend on these corners. If you go for that dive and lunge on the inside, you've pretty much got to, say it's going to be given in. As you can see here, Evil got a really good exit on that last corner and has just managed to completely overtake Adam Piper down that start-finish straight. And Piper now dropped back down to 7th. As what's going on here, Ashley Sharp has watched these two have the little fight, and he's gone, thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you. I will see your little scrap, and I will just go past a pair of you and down the inside there. It does look that banking corner is, oh, good blimey, Liam, what are you doing, mate? What are you doing, Ashley? I tell you, I love Ashley. He's my little boss man. He's the host of this event on the Thursdays. But I tell you, he is given the worst luck in these races ever. Worst luck ever. Phenomenal driver, just giving the worst hands I've ever seen. Ashley, we can get you back into this, mate. We can get you back into this. But while I've been rabbiting on this whole time, the person who did come out the victor from all of that was actually Chris Rooney. He's now up into 5th, and a solid 5th at that. He's 2.3 seconds up from Adam Piper, who's down in 6th, and he's going to see if he can try and chip away at that 15-second gap between him and 4th place Ethan Graham. Let's catch back up with the top pack here. Ethan Graham now only 1 second away from 3rd position. Rob Schauler, unfortunately, has lost that slip that he did have with 1st and 2nd. I don't know what's happened to him there, unfortunately, but his 0.3 of a second gap is now down to 1.4 second gap, so slip is completely out, but the fight between 1st and 2nd is ever continuing. John Thompson trying to fend off the likes of Katinas, making him more than aware that he's in his rearview mirror, just starting that little bit left, right, little bit right, little left, little right, little left, little right. Just not letting John know which side he may dart on. He may dive down on, may attack on. John's just going to have to just defend that inside line where he can do and hold off Katinas. Both of these drivers are, like I say, very, 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 very capable. And it is actually a joy to watch this type of battle commence. Here we go, up to the hairpin here. He's going for the lunge on the outside. Can he do it? I don't think he can. But again, it's all there to spook John Thompson out. It hasn't done, though. Really well done by both drivers there. Ethan Graham just getting a little bit sideways, going out that exit of that corner in 4th position. He doesn't want to do that. He wants to try and keep tight as he can. Rob Schauler, I tell you, he's been yo-yoing back and forth between, well, his times between him and 2nd position have been yo-yoing back and forth. They now drop down to under a second. Were 0.6 of a second a moment ago. And if they work together, him and Ethan Graham, they could actually maybe make a play for 1st and 2nd if they work together. That is the question, if they work together. Let's see if there's anything in the chat at the moment. Evening, Rusty, how you doing, mate? I've just seen that you've joined the server. Looking forward to you partaking in race 2, hopefully. Let me know if that is going to be the case. Katinas really breathing down the neck here of John Thompson. think he's just trying to look to see when he can get past him at any point. But if he did heed or listen to the stream, I think the best tactic would be to save it for that first corner on the last lap and see what can happen. Let's look back down the pack and see what's going on. Adam Piper now back up into 5th position. Unfortunately, Chris Rooney's down into 7th. And he's challenging Liam New for 6th. Can't do it through this S section here. I don't know if Liam just keeps unfortunately knocking people there. I don't know if that was all Chris Rooney, because he's just gone off onto that side. He's dropped far back down in to 8th position. Adam Piper taking it really wide and too fast corner then and drifting on the exit, pushing it back down to 7th, and that's leaving the door wide open for Ashley Sharp back up into 5th position, probably smiling now / shaking his fist as felt a bit hard done by with that punt on the previous lap there from Liam diving deep into that corner, trying to take that 5th position back, but Ashley just had the switch back on the corner, so not giving it away quite yet. And as they head up to the last corner, dab on the brakes, and it looks like Ashley's back on the controller tonight, just from the movement of his car. And here we go, turning a bit too fast for him there, but carrying as much speed as possible. It's definitely going to be left victim to the slipstream coming on to the start-finish straight here. What is going to happen? Can Liam make that maneuver? He's going to try, but he's on the outside, so I don't know how he's going to be able to do this. He's up into 5th. At the moment here's outbreak, but look out for, I thought Adam Piper was going to dive down the inside there. He isn't. Ashley Sharp, just, I tell you, he's just showing that little bit less speed from turn 1 and just using the concave and, you know, the slope of those corners really does help in holding on that 5th position. Liam New again just getting all over the place, and with that, unfortunately, Ashley Sharp and Adam Piper just getting sort of elbowed either side there. I don't know if there could be complaints made at the end of this, some reviews or petitions put in towards the adjudicator, because Liam is Liam's swinging his Christmas weight about tonight, it seems, ladies and gentlemen. He is definitely doing so. Right, let's get back up to the top 4 and see what's happening, because it's starting to hot up. John Thompson still in 1st, Katinas still in 2nd, but Rob Schauler really close in 3rd, and I was going to say so was Ethan Graham, but he's just took on a bit of grass there, so he's dropped back just a 1.4 seconds, not what you need on this last lap coming up. Right, let's see what's going to happen here. Unfortunately, the tactic that I thought could be done couldn't be done. As Katinas is just not close enough to dive in for that first corner, or is he? He's got to go for it. He is going to go for it. In he goes. He takes that 1st position. Can John Thompson take it back on the switchback? He can't as of yet. Right, okay, it is hard up for the last lap. It is Rob Schauler actually challenging for 2nd place now, and actually can see if he can do 1st here. No, he can't, but he's definitely trying to push John Thompson out. John Thompson now down into 1st place. Katinas trying to play it nice and safe, but also as fast as possible through these corners and hold on to this 1st position and see what he can do. Into the 90, dab on the brakes, around we go. Don't hit that barrier. And it is a really good play there by Rob Schauler so far. He's managed to hold that 3rd position, but managed to sneak that 2nd on the last lap. And I tell you, he's looking for the 1st as well. He's not happy with 2nd. But what driver isn't? Oh no, oh Ethan, my man, just pushing too hard there and going out. That is going to be him at 4th. There's not much else that can be done about that. Let's see if anything be done in these last 2 corners with 1st, 2nd and 3rd. Round they go. Not for the time being. Katinas trying to play defensive on the inside, but Schauler getting the fast, wider line through this corner. Is that going to help him now down this start-finish straight? Katinas does get a little bit of grass. Let's have a look and see what's going on here. He's trying to push him onto the inside line. Has that done enough there for Schauler to not be able to take 2nd? Here we go, side by side potentially into the start-finish straight. No, they aren't. Oh, possibly. Oh, look at that there. There it is. It was Katinas 1st, Schauler 2nd, John Thompson 3rd. It is Ethan Gray in 4th. Let's go and look. It is currently Liam Yu in 5th, but let's see how that pans out across the line. It does seem to be, so it looks like Liam Yu, Ashley Sharp, and then Adam Piper 5th, 6th, and 7th, and then Rooney at the back there, going to be bringing up 8th. But what a race! What a race. We could possibly be seeing Rusty join us for race 2. I'm going to have a look back in the chat and see if he is. No response. My audience love me. Right, let's see what's going on here. There we go, as I say, Katinaz first, Schauder second. There we go. Right. While we're waiting for race 2 to load up, if you want to, Katinaz, you know you're more than welcome to come join me in the comms box on the Full Throttle Discord. I'll be waiting here patiently. If you do come or if you don't come, it's entirely up to you. Of course, I've been given the most gassiest beer in the world to drink, but hey ho. I do love a bit of Kronenberg. Let me know what you think is the best lager out there. At the moment, my penchant is for Kronenberg. I've ebbed and flowed. I was really liking, ironically, Corona beer at the start of the lockdown. I thought it was quite funny and quite fitting, and then realised actually I don't mind the taste of this. Right, let's see what else is going on for race 2. Rusty GT UK. I'm trying to remember what his alias is in real life. I think he is Hogan. Is he Hogan or Van Til? Never remember, I'll be honest with you. It's either Hogan or Van Til who's joining us, but we'll have a look. So at least we'll have a full squad for race 2, and there we go. Here's the reverse order on the screen. Anyone come to join us in the chat box at the moment? No, that is good, that's fine, that's not a problem. It is there if anyone does want to join me. I don't know how quickly Ashley is going to start the next race. As there are low numbers, he may just want to just get on with it. I'm not sure. Unfortunately for Rusty, as he did not partake in race 1, that does mean he's moved down to first position, to last position for race 2. Just shifting stuff over. No, that's not what I needed to do. Go back there. I want to go use the spectate. There we go, Mister. There we go, Taxi. You're getting there, you know. You're only 36. You're getting there. You clever little man. Hey! Xavier has made it back to the server. Look at that. Internet has been restored. He has set fire and sacrificed a sacrificial lamb to the internet gods, and he has joined us now to spark some more fire and fun frenzy in this last race, which is already going to be a mad race just with the format, as we know, because you're going with the results of number 1 being at the back of the grid and the slowest from race 1 being at the front of the grid. It is a lot more action packed. There's a lot more people trying to come through from the back to the front to score maximum points, and then we're going to have our 2 new drivers who weren't able to get in for race 1 and for race 2 for race 1 tonight, in theory race 5 tonight. They want to try and see if they can get maximum points from this one race that they've got to try and make up for the one that they've lost out on. So we will hold fire and see what's going on. I'm going to look at the chat and see what is being said here. Okay, Xavier is in. There was a thing saying that he may not be able to make it to the second race, but he is in the lobby, so hopefully he can. Let's have a look down here. Not joined quite yet, but he could still be sorting out the settings for his GT86. We are on board with Rusty now, taking full advantage of this practice time in between races. He did not partake in race 1, so he's going to have to get the feel for the track in as soon as possible. I personally think this is a very, very fun, like I say, very fun track, very wide track, very fast track, It's just some of the corners you want to make sure you don't push too hard on, because like they see there, it will punish you. That grass on the exit will just completely punish you. And then you have a little trip to barrier, and time's knocked off and all sorts. So let's see what goes on here. Anyone in the Discord as of yet? No, just me all by myself. I don't want to be. There we go. Ashley just confirming we are waiting for Joker to join us. Amazing race at the back. It was an amazing race at the back, Ashley. I'll be honest with you, I feel a bit hard done for you, my good man. I don't know what's happened to Liam over Christmas, but he's swinging all over the place with that rear end of the car of his. So I hope you didn't take it to him personally, but yeah, there was a brilliant drive at the back there. It's hard to keep up with both packs of drivers, trying to keep on board with what's going on up front and what is going on up at the back. Cool, right. So it's up there, that's up there. It's up there, cool. Something in my eye. I'm just going to mute myself for a couple of seconds while we wait and confirm if Xavier is getting himself set up here. Yes, he is, good stuff. He is now actually in. And he's now going to be doing some practice laps as well, so I'll leave you with him for just a moment. didn't realise I was still muted. I've been chatting away, why is it not going through? Right, round 1 is off. Turn 2 in. Adam Piper has taken the lead. Ashley Sharp second, and it is Liam New third. John T fourth. Already up into fourth. Look at that man go. Chris Rooney fifth. Yeah, Ethan Graham sixth. Rusty up into seventh. Showler eighth, and I do not know where Xavier McIntosh is, but I'm guessing he is near the back there. Yes, he is. The two AXR drivers are now teamed up, and they can possibly work together for this. See how they get on in this race. Right, keep on board with first at the moment, Adam Piper holding off that lead. That fight just behind, a few people there touching a bit of barrier. John T, and it is all going on at the back here. Let's get on board with Groot, because it is round Groot, Rooney and Katinaz that is all going on. So here we go, Katinaz wants to see what he can do. Oh no, what's happened there? Oh dear, that has been some major puntery which has happened there. Unfortunately, Rooney's been the worser of all of it, and that's did knock John T out. But he's managed to get back into the sort of grips of it and not lose too much time, and is right behind Xavier McIntosh. McIntosh here wants to see if he can try and capitalise and make up some much needed points he lost out on from race 1. See, it's on the back end of Rusty. Rusty making sure he uses the full width of the track there to get as much speed out that corner as possible. But it's not enough with this slip, but he's going to hog that inside line. Right, Katinaz already up into first position. Adam Piper though in first now as well, holding that inside line. Liam New just sliding across the track now. I don't know if that was just an ultimate send, but he's gone miles away. Right, Katinaz, then Showler, then back down to Rusty, now up with Ashley in second. It's ever moving, ever pacing. As I said, these second races are just madness. They go, 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 go. Katinaz now in first, Sharp in the second, Rusty up into third, John Thompson now up into fourth. This is a person I just said who was at the back end. He was eighth a few moments ago. So this is what I mean, it can just happen in a split second. Here we go, side by side, 2 round. That is John Thompson trying to take him on 3 wide, going up into this next corner, potentially 4. John Thompson holding that second place, but it is a turn to the right, and Rusty does have the inside line. Will he be able to hold that? Can he keep that second position? For the time being, John Thompson is up into second. Katinaz just holding everyone behind him up in first position. Rusty in third, and excuse me, Rob Showler in fourth, Ashley Sharp fifth, Ethan Graham in sixth, AXR Joker, that is Xavier McIntosh in seventh, Adam Piper eighth, Liam New down in ninth after some crazy late braking sort of half sendy stuff that he did there. I'm going to be a glass half full guy and say he didn't mean to do it. It was just a bit of overzealousness and go from there. But we'll find out. There will be stuff sent through. Chris Rooney's had enough, it seems. Unfortunately, he's left. I don't know if that's been a DC or not, but let's get back up with the top 3. Katinaz having to defend the inside line there, but John T wants to see if he can do it round the outside here through these next few corners. Can he? Oh, it is side by side here going into this next left-hander, and it has got John Thompson on the inside line for it. Can he take a full advantage? At the moment, no, he can't. Oh, look at Katinaz there. Well played, sir. Taking the outside line, but holding the speed through there. So John Thompson just can't do anything at all. Rusty's still in third position, holding off the likes of now Ethan Graham, who's now up into fourth, and Xavier McIntosh, who's just behind him in fifth as well. Ashley Sharp down into sixth, Liam New in seventh, and Adam Piper now currently in eighth. Have we got a ninth position? Yes, we do. That is Showler at the back there. So unfortunately, when he clipped that side, that took a lot of wind out of his sails. So he's going to have to try and pull back all that time there, that 4.4 second gap between him and 8th position, which is now currently Liam New, as he's lost out to Ashley Sharp. Oh, it's all over the place. Ashley just sort of sandwiched in behind Liam and Adam Piper at the moment. Late braking around they go. Right, McIntosh just keeping it at the back of this front pack here in 5th position. iron up what is going on between Rusty and Ethan Graham. Ethan Graham now up into third. Rusty unfortunately dropped back down into fourth. Ethan getting squeezed a bit there. No, it wasn't. Sorry, it was just the camera angle. And here we go along the start-finish straight. Now, Ethan's definitely close enough to try and make some slip and moves on John T, who is up in second. He's already put his foot on the inside line there. John T just closing the door as they come up the hill there. So Ethan go back onto the outside, get a nice fast slide round this first corner and see what they can do. I have to admit, I don't know. There's a lot of people getting some real understeer squeals coming out of that first corner because of the embankment of it. I don't know if they just need to slow down that little bit more, but then be able to get that faster acceleration out into that second corner and get better straight speed going down into that left-right that they've just gone through. Anyway, Katinaz for the time being still holding on to first position. John Thompson. It is literally just a rewind of race 1 and 2. These two just battling out for first and second, but Rotary now is in the mix, and he is not happy about where he came in the first race. He wants to make up for that. He'll be wanting to get back out there and get more than just a third place podium. He doesn't want 20 points. He wants 25 points. That is the goal. 25 points, that magic number, maximum points that you can get from any race. At the moment he's stuck with 20. Katinaz currently has 25 from race 1, and oh no, that's not going to help him there, just pushing a bit too hard. He's managed to hold that position there. Rusty not too far down or up behind him to really cause any trouble at the moment, but let's see what happens when we go to the start and finish straight here. Ethan again just pushing a bit too hard through the corners, just catching that bit of grass, losing a bit of time on the exit. Just needs to take a moment and not slow down, just take a moment and just be more precise to go through those corners. I know he can do it, I've seen him do it many times. Here we go, John T down the inside, takes that first position away from Katinaz. We are getting a sense of deja vu, ladies and gentlemen, from race 1. See how this all goes on, but Ethan Graham wants to make sure he's involved in this next dream for the title. Race 6 has got his name on it, he thinks. He's going to see what he can do. Oh dear, Xavier just pushing a bit too hard on the exit of that corner there, catching the grass, and as you can see, it does something to you. He's now dropped back from being a good 0.2 seconds behind the rest of the lot in the pack, in the mix. He's now at 0.6, 0.7, literally on the edge of the actual slipstream range. So he wants to try and get back into that, or else it's not going to do very well. Let's see what happens at the end of this slipstream. He can hopefully get into this here. Currently John T still holding off that first position, where he's taking the line wide. Katinaz is now side by side as they go down through this windy section, and he has taken it back. Katinaz up into first, he's gone. John Thompson drops back into second. Rob Schauler, it's not Rob Schauler, it's Ethan Graham. He's now dropped, unfortunately, into fourth, and that has put Rusty up into third. And it's ever moving here, ever moving. John trying to take the tighter line here, seeing if it gives him the faster line down the straight, and it does seem to, but because he is bump drafting Katinaz super bad here, and just looking to see if he's going to leave that door open on the inside and dive down into it. We're going to have to just watch and see if he does at this moment. No, Katinaz just closing the door off as they go up the hill, and John just going, that's fine, I'm going to take the faster line around the outside and possibly take it back for you through turn 2 or 3. And here he goes, he looks for it down into the next straight, just doesn't have it yet, just does not have it. Let's look further down and see what's going on with the second pack here. It is being headed up by Rob Schauler in 6th, Adam Piper in 7th. Battling away in this little personal lap between these two. And then there's a bit of a gap between these guys, a 2-second gap between them and Ashley Sharp. And oh wow, a whopping great big gap between him and Liam New, who's down in 9th position with a, well, over three, nearly 4-second gap between 9th and 8th. So Liam needs to see if he can buck up his ideas. Unfortunately here he had a lot of gusto in race 1 and the beginning of race 2. I don't know if there's been an incident which just took the wind out of his sails, but he's got a lot of work to catch back up here. Ashley Sharp, as I say, to catch back up to this little battle between 6th and 7th that is going on. pushing a bit too hard, as you see, understeer through that corner. And a Piper, just to see if he can make a move on the other AXR driver, which is Rob Schauler. Not for now, let's catch back up with the top pack. Starting in 5th, unfortunately for Ethan Graham. He's dropped back down into 5th position. That has made McIntosh up into 4th. And then left Katinas and Rusty side by side into turn 1 here. Oh, side by side with 2 sets of drivers there. Rusty Katinas and also McIntosh and Graham, as they are going side by side into there. It all breaks up again, but then dives back into this next corner. What's going to happen? They've, one by one, they haven't made it through this left, right, and it is Katinas who is in 2nd through this. But Ethan Graham has got himself back into 4th. I'll tell you, I'm going to assume there's a bit of a sigh of relief here from John Thompson. Yes, it is. It is a sigh of relief because he did establish a bit of a second gap between that there, but unfortunately that's now starting to drop. He wants to try and increase that gap going through this next set of corners, and if he can just increase it and leave himself over a second, or over at least 0.75 seconds ahead of Katinas, he's going to start to really eke out that first position down the start of the straight. That's not going to help him there. Pushing too hard around that penultimate corner. Splash keeping up with him. Rusty, everyone else braking, keeping nice and tight. Don't want to push too hard. A little bit hard by Katinas there. Just a couple, 2 tyres onto the dirt. Not enough to really affect anything at this moment in time. Rusty here. Let's just see what he can do to Katinas ahead of him, but he's going to be more than aware that Ethan Graham is breathing down his neck. Probably. I've got a case of the yawns. I reckon someone must be talking about me a lot. Whoever it is, how dare you. Right. Stop watching and commentate what we're doing. Rusty in 3rd. Holding that 3rd for the time being. Not letting him be disturbed quite yet. Oh dear, Ethan Graham just catching a bit of barrier on the way through there. That's going to take a few tenths of his time and not help him in the catch up into that top pack battle. Xavier McIntosh not doing too bad in 4th still. Wants to see what he can do. He's just holding that line, watching the front 3, see what they can do and see if he can slip on the inside. He's trying to around John Thompson on the outside there, but John Thompson just shutting him down as they go through this next set of left, right down the hill. And Xavier is now actually up into 3rd. Really well played there, and he can hold that tight line through this penultimate corner and then carry it through. Yes, he has, and look at that, everything has changed. Katinas is now down into 4th. Xavier McIntosh is in 3rd. John Thompson is up into 2nd, and Rusty has actually jumped up into 1st position, making sure that he can try and capitalise on maximum points, seeing as he missed out on race 1. So good luck to yourself, Rusty. Hopefully you can hold that. How long we got left? Just under 6 minutes left. So anything can happen. We've got at least a good 4, 5, I reckon about 5 laps left here before we give up. Oh no, Rusty there just pushing too hard, catching the gravel, taking him off. That has pushed him down into 2nd. That has left John Thompson to easily take that 1st position. Is he going to lose that 2nd position? He has. He's jumped down into 3rd. And that is Xavier McIntosh, who's now up into 2nd. A little bit of back end switch there by John T as he touches the grass on the exit of that corner. Rusty in 3rd. Katinas still in 4th. And unfortunately for Ethan Graham, just not managed to find that line past anyone else and put in front of him. He's only got up to 5th position so far, so not much else he can do for the time being. Going to leave this battle here and just see what's going on with the battle behind him. We have got Xavier, we have got Rob Schauler and Adam Piper battling away. Not much going on at the time being. It is Schauler still ahead of Piper. Piper not being able to do too much. Maybe do something on the start from the straight. We'll have to keep an eye out and see if that is an option. Why do I keep yawning? Someone is talking far too much about me, it seems. Get a life wherever you are, you know. Talking to the girls. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ashley Sharp in 8th position. He's got a whopping 4.2 seconds though to catch up to the likes of Alan Piper in 7th. So unfortunately, this could just be his fate resigned with only 4 minutes left. And with that massive overshoot that I just saw Liam New do in 9th position, it's going to be the same for him. So leaves the battle between these two. Well, actually, let's see what happens just in this first corner. Can Adam Piper do the dive, the late dive into the entrance there? No, he's not. They're both going to take it as wide and as fast as possible. Again, I think you just need to go that little bit slower through there so that second corner can get a bit more speed through it, but it's my personal opinion. Through the left right, here we go through the sort of longer chicane, and that is it. Adam Piper's still trying to battle for that 6th position. Let's get back up into the top 5, and unfortunately it's Katinas who's now dropped down into 5th position. It's Ethan Graham who's starting to make his way up through the pack. He's currently 4th, trying to push for 3rd. He's on the outside. Can Rusty defend it? No, he can't just yet, but it is in his favour. The next corner is a left-hand turn. Is there going to be anything? 3 wide into this corner. Oh no! 3 wide, and the loser from that unfortunately was Ethan Graham, who was in the lead, but because he just took the wider line there, 2 cars just shoved him wide, and that is got him down into 4th, and Rusty back up into 3rd position. Very well played there by Rusty, just stuck up on the inside and managed to, you know, squeeze his way through. That leaves him to catch up with the likes of Xavier McIntosh and John Thompson, who are currently trying to duke it out for 1st and 2nd. Here we go onto the start and finish straight. We've got 2 laps left. Let's see how they go. Xavier, bump drafted. John, massively there, little bump that he literally gave him from that bump draft. Heavy braking down, turn in, see what we can do. And that's a bit better there. You can see from both Xavier and John Thompson, they just took that little bit less speed through the corner, but with that just got that more exit speed through to turn 2 and down onto this little next straight before they turn it into this sort of left-right chicane. Rusty trying to catch back up with it, but the gap ever increasing between 3rd and 2nd. It's now up to 1.6 seconds and going up to 1.7. Could have another little split here, but the next podium that anyone else can get will be the 3rd position. Rotary and Splash, that is Katinaz and Ethan Graham, still trying to wrestle for 4th and 5th. See what they can do. They are currently 1st and 2nd in the championship. So as long as Graham's ahead of Katinaz, I assume he's going to be at least happy with that. He might not be happy that he's getting maximum points, but as long as he's getting more points than the guy who's just right below him, it's definitely going to help. McIntosh here, really close and up behind John Thompson as they head down onto the start of the straight. Really well taken there. Did increase that gap. It did go from 0.1 to 0.4. Can anything be done now on the start of the straight? I think really he's just going to be able to close that gap down with the slip. He's not really going to be able to make a manoeuvre into turn 1. We'll see. What am I talking about? The gap is completely closed. He is going for the manoeuvre. What do I know? He's gone for it. Xavier McIntosh gone for the 1st place. He's dived in there. He's pushed a bit too hard, caught a bit of gravel. Is that not going to work out for him? It isn't going to work out for him. John Thompson able to take that position back around on the outside. And Katinaz there taking that 1st corner terribly as well. He's just gone to a bit of grass and that's kept him back in 5th. So Ethan Graham not needing to worry about competition at the moment. He can focus on trying to close that gap down as this is going to be the last lap of the race. Oh, Xavier nearly had that for that last lap. He just pushed a bit too hard and he did descend. He just needed to brake a little bit more. Possibly something else can happen in this final lap here. John Thompson currently in first. McIntosh second. Rusty third. And then Graham fourth. With Katinaz leading the back of that front pack in fifth. Covering the inside line there, but is he going to lose out the switchback? He is going to. John Thompson onto the grass there. He drops back down into third, and I think a bit rudely gets back onto the track there and knocks Ethan Graham. Just wanted to not lose too many spots there, and Ethan Graham just got shoved because, let's be fair, he would have got past him quite easily. And that is McIntosh up into first position. Rusty now into second. Hold on to that third most of the race. And it doesn't matter anymore. John Thompson, oh no, taking that last corner wrong again. And that's dropped him back down to fifth. That's pushed everyone upwards. So we are looking at Xavier McIntosh first. We're looking at Rusty in second. Katina has managed to get back up into third position. John Thompson fourth, but I don't know how. Ethan Graham still in fifth there. Well done to Xavier McIntosh. The sacrifice he did make to the internet gods did work. He's got his first place from the only race he managed to do tonight. Well done, that man. Let's see how the rest of it went. It was Showler 6th, Piper 7th, and Ashley Sharp 8th. And then it seems that it was Liam New 9th, and Chris Rooney just lost out to a DC, I'm going to assume, at the end. So congratulations there. Congratulations to Xavier McIntosh. We're going to jump back into the Discord chat just to see if anybody else does want to come. Well, I'm still in it. If anybody else does want to come in at the end of the race. If not, I am going to say congratulations to Xavier, and also congratulations to Katinaz for both races there. That's definitely going to help them out. I'm not sure if he's going to do enough to chip away too much of the lead that Ethan Graham has at the moment. But for me, Daxi Man and the Full Throttle Racing team, that is good night, and come back and see us next Thursday. We will be doing round 7 and 8, and just double check where that's coming from. Of course, my computer wants to. There we go. Oh, Spa! Oh, well, look at that. Next week we are at beautiful Spa in the Belgian countryside. Very much looking to that. That should be a thrilling race, especially in these cars. Let's see how they take on Rouge and Radion. But from me, Daxi Man, and from everyone at Full Throttle Racing, it is good night. Thank you very much. If you like this, obviously hit the like. If you want to hear more of it, hit the subscribe. And if you want to hear this in particular, hit that alarm bell. We'll be back next Thursday from 8 o'clock. Good night and love you loads.